Hello and welcome to OBO. This is a video showing live load board freight search and showing today's market and the reality of freight and who dictates terms and why the freight is so cheap nowadays, and booking a load, and in terms of how much would it cost you to take that freight or that specific load, and also how do you save money or make money to take over or take care of your bills and your expenses. So let's head over to the DAT load board. This is the one of the load boards that we are using, and there are multiple or many of load boards. Load boards are the platform for auctioning freight or loads all over the continental, or all over the USA. And then also the brokers intend to use multiple load boards and post the same load in multiple load boards in order to trap or attract, or we call it rate bait, different carriers, and their intention is to find or attract carriers or owner ops all over the other load boards and finding a cheap or inexpensive carrier. So like we mentioned before, when you log into DAT or DAT1 load board, there's a Trucker Edge and there's a DAT1. That's the minimum subscription that you have or you get as far as DAT load board. If you pay more money, or you pay extra money, you will get some extra helpful tools. For instance, one of them is market rate. Our opinion is you don't need to pay money to find the right market rate, because they don't work nowadays. Nowadays it's all about supply and demand, and who dictates the terms or the freight rates. Carriers dictate the freight rates. The bottom line is so simple and easy. This is straightforward. We are telling you carriers are dictating the freight rate. I'll give you an example, or I'll give you a good example, that if a broker find an X carrier or XYZ carrier and book the load with them, if they cancel on that broker, the broker right away repost that same load with a little bit more money, even more money, than the rate will be, I guarantee the rate will be higher than the rate that they gave that XYZ carrier. Why? Because they are trying to find another carrier and they have lost time, and they will never lose money. Simple and easy. No such a person is losing money but the carrier. Carriers have the list. It's not even one bill. It's a list of bills. And please, guys out there, we've been telling all of the carriers, and most of the, especially the carriers that are not with OBO, the other carriers that they are working on their own. When you find a load and you try to book a load, what's the bottom dollar? What's the lowest rate you can go before booking a load, before you starting your day? That's the whole point. And there are so many differences between leaving from your hometown or your home to start your day or week, and leaving out of a city that you're trapped in or end up with. So as I mentioned before, when you log into DAT1, you head over to the national load count, you refresh that national load count, and you look at the states, kind of just take an idea. And also, as we mentioned before, you can change that from van into reefer, flatbed, hot. I don't think you can do a hot shot. I have never tried hot shot. Or you can, so you can just search for the equipment. For instance, we just put van standard is just the standard one. You can put any other equipment search and have an idea. Depends on your equipment. So you have an idea about how many loads. The market right now, it's moving step by step, a little bit busier now than the few months back. That gives you an idea that the rates need to go up. With that being said, when you book a load, try to make some money to at least recuperate the money that you have lost in a few months back. So if you're in Arizona, there's a lot of freight. There are so many loads coming out of Arizona and California, always. So always Arizona, California, and then always Georgia, and then somehow North Carolina, and then also we have Texas, of course. Now, when you search for a load, you go to search, and let's say Dallas, Texas, and then the deadhead, you can do 200 miles just around Dallas, Texas, at least if you pick up from Houston, just to make that some good money. And van, and then also today's date is June 7, 2023. So when you search for a load, there are so many loads coming out of Texas from Dallas. I know I did not put a destination. I'm just trying to see if we have an idea. So in terms of leaving it from Texas or Dallas, Texas, again, majority of you guys out there are from Dallas or from Texas. Just giving an example. If you take a short trip out of Dallas, that short trip, please, this is advice to you guys. That short trip, try to make it not even triple times. Make it at least 1,500. Why? Because you will spend maybe 500 on this trip, back and forth. Back and forth, because there's no way you can find loads out of Oklahoma. That way you don't have to get trapped. So imagine you leaving out of Carlton, Texas, which is Dallas area, going to Oklahoma. This place, no way you will find a load out of there. So you will be deadheading that same amount of miles just to find a load. So the trick is, when you leave your hometown, you kinda have the ability, or you have, what do you call it, you're just speaking of confidence. You're leaving from home. If they don't offer you 1,500, no, just wait, find another load. That's the one advice to you guys. So 800 is not going to do it. I know it's a 244 miles, but no, it's not going to do it. $800, you paying gas, paying your money, paying your expenses, and also wasting a day or 2 days. Why? Because there's no way you can find in Oklahoma a load out of Oklahoma. Also, the other thing I need to explain to you guys is you are obligated with a time frame or a schedule. This is not 24/7. Most of the time, This is I'm talking about a high percentage of chance that the receiver in Oklahoma is not a 24/7 receiver, so they will receive it tomorrow. That's why I'm saying you will waste 2 days. Tomorrow when you wake up, you deliver the load. We'll say, like, if you're lucky, they will take the load by 10 o'clock in the morning. 10 o'clock in the morning, start searching for a load. If you have us on your side, we'll help you find a load. But by the time you find a load, it's 12 o'clock and you need to deadhead 4 hours. That's 4 o'clock, and then you lost a day. That's why we say 2 days. So not a good load. Now, going to Michigan, yes, it's a long trip. It's 1,200 miles, okay, and it's a heavy load. That's another point. And also, going to Michigan. Michigan freight. Let's go to the load count and look at, do a refresh. And I know the market will never change in 1 day. So you go to Michigan. There's no way you can find load out of Michigan. So what are you going to do? You're going to deadhead. Where are you deadheading? Deadheading to Illinois, Indiana, something around it. Well, Illinois is dead again. It's kind of dead. And Indiana is kind of dead. So you need to go Ohio. Let's see Ohio. That's dead too. That's not a good amount. And also, by the way, look at the Oklahoma. It's only 255 loads out of Oklahoma going everywhere. This is saying van standard loads going everywhere. So again, when you book this load, $2 is not good. Guys, dictate your terms. You guys, the carriers dictate the rates, the terms. That's why this load is being left. Right now it's almost 2 p.m. and these guys, they posted the load, and I'm not sure what time, by the time they posted the load, which is in the morning, I bet it was $1,900. Or not even $1,500. Just looking for carrier. If they spend the time, the hours posting, keep reposting the load, same load, they'll keep going up with the rate. And when they keep going up with the rate, what's going to happen? That's what I said, or what we always tell you guys, is you guys dictating the term. There are a ton of freight coming out of Texas. Just take your time. Try to go to a good city. Do not just go for, don't get trapped. Don't get trapped. Do not do the rate bait. That's what we say always. This is our term. This is what we say always. We have come up with this name, or this idea. Let's call it an idea. It's a rate bait. This is a bait. You have to wait, negotiate a good money. That way you can. The bottom dollar. The bottom dollar for you guys. If your bottom dollar a day is a $500 a day, okay. Again, you ask for $1,500, at least $1,300. Spend $300, $1,000 in your pocket. If today is your day, you get $500. Tomorrow, if you're lucky, you find a load out of there, so it's not wasted. That way you have $1,000 in your pocket. $1,000 a day. That's if you're working, in reality, you're working 5 days a week. If you're lucky, if you find a load, long haul load out of any city name, any city place on Friday with a long haul to cover your weekend, we call it, that's a good load out of on Friday. But most of the time you get trapped on Friday and you find a short load with a minimum amount of money, or minimum money, and then also will not cover your weekend. And with that being said, so it means you're working 5 days a week. So when you work 5 days a week, if you make $1,000 a day, that's $5,000 net in your pocket. I'm talking about net. If you don't make $5,000 a week net, I bet you make $2,000 a week net. That's why always calculation is is leading. The calculation always leading to a good business or good trucking business. When you have a good calculation, you make money. When you make money, you'll be happy, and we are happy. Because if there is no good rate, no good loads, we cannot dispatch you guys. And no one will sign up with us. We try to help you guys, we try to make you a good money. We try to find you a good rate, and we always have the knowledge of the market. But nowadays, there is no knowledge, there is no prediction, there is nothing in place that makes you think there's no, it's not the way it's supposed to be like the old days. Try to take your time, spend just some few hours if you're leaving out of home, and find a good load. That way you can make some good money to start your week. Even if you lose some days, it's okay. The beginning is always your good money. So that's it for today. I hope I didn't take long of your time, and I really thank you for watching. Interactions are much appreciated. If you have any questions, comments, just let us know, and we are here to help you guys. We are on your side. We have nothing else but to help you guys. It's our job. I would say, like always, we say consultation is free. It's totally free. We don't have any contract with you guys, so you can ask any question and we can help you out. If you need if you have any concerns or questions, our door is always open. We answer your question right away. Call 214 dispatch. It's available 24/7, 365, and we are here to take your call and answer your questions, help you out. Maybe we can find you a good load, better than the one you're looking for, and save you a ton of money. And with that being said, for a cheap fee, we don't charge percentages. The percentages are gone with us. With us, we do not charge percentages. We say that on our website. We say that in almost every single video we make. We say the same words every single place we talk about freight or about loads or about trucking business. We do not charge percentages. We do not have contracts. We don't mind you looking low. We do not. This is so clear. We do not mind you signing up with us, and then since you're signing up with us, you can look for loads. If you find loads, you can just book it on your own, or you can use anybody else with us. We do not mind you doing that, but we are so confident when you are with us. We do our best. We fight for you guys to find the best load, the best rate out there, and for a cheap fees. That way we can save you guys money, and this is how you this leads to a successful trucking business or successful business. It's all about cutting cost. So when you cut that cost of money, when you have a dispatcher and they charge you percentages, and nobody knows how much that percentages you have out there with them. Some of them, they have contracts. It's your business. It's your choice. But we say, it's always straightforward. It's always good to shop around. It's always good to shop around. It's everywhere. It's the same concept everywhere. We shop for a good load for you guys. You hire us. We work on your behalf. And then when we find a good load, we bet that load is a good load, and absolutely we are doing our best, and we taking our time. We're not just we're not just trying to save some time versus money. We're trying to keep you as a long time customer. We want to have you. We want you to be happy. So when you God forbid, if you go out of business, I hope we're not one of the reasons you're going out of business. For that being said, it means you look at the expenses, you see what made you lose a lot of money in your business. So insurance is your biggest problem. Gas, do not. Gas is just it's kind of expensive, but you spend money on gas as long you operate. So it's one thing tied up with another thing. So the gas is not the issue. The issue is the expenses, fees, registration, permits, tickets, citations, bad drivers. There are so many reasons that lead your trucking business to go out of business. And then one of the reasons right now is the low or cheap freight. Do not take cheap freight. You guys dictate the terms. Again, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for our next video. I hope you guys found this one or this video is helpful. It's just we are doing our best to give you guys advice out there. It's just the rest of the decision or the choice, it's up to you guys to decide. And you guys stay safe out there. And thank you so much again for watching.